What's up, guys? BrunsNick's back, and you read that right. Your specs do not matter. The specs on the box when you go to order are irrelevant these days, and I'm going to talk about that. I've drilled two infinities exactly the same, with the only difference being the box specs. One has a 4 to 5 inch pin, and the other has a 2 to 3 inch pin with varying top weights as well. I'm going to get these on the lanes with Specto running to show that these balls are identical in every single way. Before we get to all that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now, let's get these two bowling balls on the lanes and see if box specs matter or not. All right, it's comparison time of sorts, but we're going to be talking about box specs and why they don't matter anymore. So ever since the USBC came up with no balance holes and now 3 ounce difference in side weight, finger weight, or top weight, you can pretty much put whatever you want on the ball as far as layout goes. So I have my original Infinity here with the 60 by 5 by 20 layout that we used. I drilled another Infinity with the 60 by 5 by 20 layout, but it had a much shorter pin and a little bit higher top weight, I believe. So we're going to show the difference on Specto side by side. So let's get started. I threw these balls a couple shots to warm up each, brought the original back to box. So these should be identical to one another. Hey-oh. Okay. 4-pin with the tickler. Let's switch to, we'll refer to them as 4 to 5 inch pin versus 2 to 3 inch pin. So, same thing, but now you can see the CG is way up by the finger. It's not any longer down here. So is that going to make a difference in ball performance? You know, this is also pretty well in line, where the other one was just a little bit sticking out. So let's see how this battles side by side against each other. Okay, those look pretty close. Let's check out the Specto data. Looks like that one started just a little bit inside of target. So that's the difference between going flush and going 4-pin on that. So about a board difference there. Looked like at the break point. So we're going to move another 5, and we're going to start to see, as we start opening angles up, if there's more differences or no differences whatsoever. So once again, we're sticking with the shorter pin, the 2 to 3 inch pin box specs. What a shot. Now look, I don't mean to play spoiler alert for you, but these balls are going to be pretty identical to one another. You know, your little difference in side weight, finger weight, not going to be a big difference there. So let's change this one out. We're now going to the longer pin, the 4 to 5. We'll try it from there. Okay, that had to have been spot on. I'm pretty confident in that shot. Let's check out the Specto data. 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 2 to 3. Not a whole lot of difference. These balls had about 1 ounce difference in top weight and about 2 inches difference in pin distance from the CG. Right on top of each other. Now let's talk about maybe the only times that box specs might matter, and it's really only going to be for two-handers, okay? So when they're only drilling 2 fingers, if you have a short pin, say like a 1 to 2, and you're looking to get that pin way up, say like 4 or 5 inches above the center of grip form, the fingers, then yeah, you're probably better off finding a ball with a longer pin, because it's going to be about, for every 3 ounces of top weight, you can shift that CG about 1 inch for every ounce. So you'll be able to go 3 inches from the center of grip in any which way Now there are some variations there because some holes are a lot bigger and deeper than they used to be. So without further ado, let's keep this thing going. We'll start moving 5 more and throw it again. That last shot, I think if you put them side by side, close your eyes, you won't be able to tell which one's which. All right, kick that 10 out pretty nice. I think I got that out to about 5 board. So we'll throw the next one. We'll try to send it out wide and see if maybe it has magically some more back end reaction that's untapped because the CG is just a little bit higher. Never know. Wouldn't hold my breath, folks. All right, let's send this one out there. See if we can't duplicate that same hit. Oh, yeah. Those were very close. Kick 10, got it out wide. Let's see the specto data. Yeah, so we're 3 shots in, we're comparison-wise there. There's really no discernible difference between the two. I mean, did you guys think any different? You guys think there would be? You know, I talked about when those situations might arise where you might need special specs. And believe me, we're not talking about blems here. We're not talking about like pro CGs or pro pins, you know, where the CG swung way out. You typically won't see that from the BrunsNick brands because we keep our tolerances very tight. And we don't really let those balls get out. If they do, they get scrapped. All right, last shot. Let's move way in. To wrap it up, we'll do one more shot from each in this zone. Okay. That was sent pretty wide. Wide angle. You know, the Infinity is not a big back end ball. You know, it's not a big skid flip ball. It's very in the middle of the road reaction wise. So, you know, you're not going to see that big booming back end. So, but that was the, once again, the 2 to 3. So the CG was a little bit higher. We're going to the one from my original. Last shot. I don't think there's going to be much difference here. But we'll throw this last one. We'll wrap up and talk about it. All right, let's see those two side by side and check out the specto data. All right, that's a wrap on the comparison, whether box specs matter or not. What do you guys think? Do you guys still order special specs? Do you say, oh, I have to have 3 to 4 inch pin with 2 ounce top, or else I just can't drill the ball properly, the ball doesn't roll properly? I say, Fanork, no way. All the specs you're going to get are going to be within 2 to 4 inch pins, around 3 ounce top weight, plus or minus a half. That's typically where you're going to see most of at least the 7 brands of BrunsNick balls. So performance-wise, as you guys saw, not a whole lot of difference. You know, so when you put in those pins where you need it, put the mass bias where you need it. On a symmetrical ball, it means even less. So we talked about when the only times that it would possibly matter for two-handers is when they want to get the pin way up. It's going to be harder to do that with a short pin. You know, so remember that rule of thumb. For every 3 ounces of top weight you have, you can move the CG 1 inch for every ounce of side weight you're going to have. So a 3 ounce shift from the center of grip either way. That's all I have for you today. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Talk to you guys soon.